Welcome to Crypto Moon Hunters, the only crypto podcast bringing you the latest projects across the industry. Cryptocurrencies discussed in this podcast are highly speculative and ultra high risk. Never invest more than you can comfortably afford to lose. Any information discussed in this podcast should not be considered financial advice and is provided for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. Seriously, these guys are idiots. And now here are your hosts, professionals of buying high and selling low.
Welcome to Crypto Moon Hunters. I am Crypto Mail, and with me today we have Loot.
Hey guys.
And we have Dookie.
Hello.
And Dookie is otherwise known, he is fully doxed, James Woodfin, and he goes by Dookie Jones on Discord, Twitter, Telegram, Steam, and he is the one of 4 members who founded Equity. In full disclosure, before we get deep into the conversation, Loot and I are contributors and investors in the project. So with that disclosure out of the way, let's get into it. Dookie, if you wouldn't mind just giving us a little bit of your background, and then we'll get into the coin.
I am just kind of your average guy. I'm an auto mechanic. Been into crypto, got into it real early in the Bitcoin life cycle, and due to some life circumstances, I ended up dropping out of it for a couple of years and came back into it here just recently with the release of the Binance Smart Chain market.
And you are the project manager of this program, and we also have Lady Ninja, who's on our Discord. She's our business development manager. We have, how do we pronounce it? Diesela 3? Did I pronounce it?
Diesel A3. It's it's a tribute to the TDI that was his first car.
Gotcha. He's our community manager, and our lead engineer is Deathwing. So, reason we are really excited. We have Equity, which is a new token that is coming out on the Binance Smart Chain. And if you just want to kind of give us a rundown of what Equity is and why people would want to invest in it.
So the background of Equity, it's something that I came up with mostly due to seeing all of these other projects that we have been involved with lately just being mismanaged into the ground. There's been some good ideas out there. We added some good ideas to it, and I think we've come up with something that's pretty solid. People will be able to use our coin as a savings account. The reflections that you're going to earn on it are way, way better than any bank would ever offer you with any kind of a savings account. We have peer-to-peer transfers available, 0% wallet-to-wallet tax. We actually want you to pay people with this coin. The people that you pay with the coin can just hold on to it for a week, month, whatever it takes, depending on what it is, to earn back the 20% that they're going to pay when they exit out, or they could keep holding on to the coin and gain money. It's all up to how you want to do it.
So people, when they own this coin, they're going to earn reflections, and these reflections are based on volume. So what is exactly it that people earn through those reflections?
So the default that you will be receiving is BUSD. You can go to our dashboard and connect your wallet and select any coin on the Binance Smart Chain network that you would like to receive reflections in. And as long as that coin is Binance Smart Chain or BEP20 and has a liquidity pool with a BNB pair, you will be able to receive that coin as your reflection reward. With the exception of Equity, because there's massive tax issues that you would have to deal with in making that happen.
And for those unaware, BUSD is a stable coin that is pegged to the US dollar, so it's essentially like earning dollars.
Exactly.
So I want to mention something about this that's really cool. So you said that you can choose any BNB based Binance Smart Chain based coin. So, just as an example, if I wanted Baby Doge as my reward token, I can do that, right?
You could do that.
I could do that. That's really cool.
Any Binance Smart Chain coin that has a trading pair for BNB on PancakeSwap can be selected, with the exception of Equity itself.
That's pretty wild. I don't think any coin's ever done that before.
To my knowledge, no, nobody's ever done that.
I think this is the first.
And how would a person go about selecting that once they own the coin?
Yeah, how does that work?
You connect your wallet up to the dashboard and put the contract address in that you want to receive.
That's it? That's all you got to do?
Yeah, that's it. You just put the contract address in, same as you would do if you're adding the coin to your wallet or to Pancake Swap or
now. Am I
Coin,
limited? Can I only change my choice once?
No, you can change it as many times as you want to. I'm pretty sure that the way it's currently set up, when you change the coin, it will automatically claim the pending rewards in the previous coin and then do the changeover.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's awesome. So why don't we get into the tokenomics, because people are always interested in how this works. What is the initial supply of this coin going to have?
The initial supply is going to be just over 1 million coins, about 1,020,000. We're going to burn it down to 1 million even. The only reason we're doing it that way is because our pre-sale partner, DX Sale, is requesting 2% of the coins to make the price correct when they initially set up the LP at the end of the pre-sale, and then whatever of that they don't use is automatically burned, and we just don't have a choice. So we want it at 1 million coins because the math is really easy for everybody that way.
Gotcha. And how do the coins break down into, holder, who holds what, and how is all that going to work?
So we have 5% of the coins are dedicated to the team. That's split into 4 separate wallets. There's another 5% that are dedicated to the marketing. That's held in its own wallet. All of the rest of it's for sale.
Now the wallets, the funding in the wallets, are those going to be sellable, or are you just holding those? Or
no. So the team wallets and the marketing wallets are actually locked by the contract itself. They will not be able to buy, sell, or transfer any tokens. Normally these would be locked or vested, but the way that we're funding everything is through the reflections. And if we used a traditional lock or vesting service, we would not be able to access those reflections.
And then how is the supply going to work? Where are the different?
With the supply, we have the 10% that's allocated out to team and marketing. We have 25% of it that's allocated to a private sale that's currently ongoing. There's another 25% that's allocated to the pre-sale, plus whatever is not sold through the private sale will also go to the pre-sale. There's 400,000, I believe, is what we currently have. We're obviously not going to know this until the private sale is over. But it's going to be about 400,000 that should be staked at the end of the pre-sale.
When you do the pre-sale, what I see on a lot of coins, they set like that soft cap of like what it's going to take to get it started. Did you guys figure that out already for equity, for what the soft cap's going to be?
It's going to depend on what we can bring in from the private sale, but we're looking at somewhere between 200 and 250 BNB.
Okay.
For the soft cap, and then the hard cap, obviously that's going to depend on what we sell in the private sale as well, but it's probably going to be somewhere around 500.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, that sounds just like that's on par with how other coins launch. So
yes, I mean we're not holding any of the coin back to do anything crazy with, where there's no swap, there's no NFTs, no wallet, no debit card. We're just not wasting any money. What you see go into that marketing wallet will pretty much immediately come right back out in a transparent fashion, and you will be able to see who we are paying for what.
And I would imagine you're going to go really big on marketing.
Oh yeah. Very, very, very big on marketing. The team wallets and the marketing wallets are receiving their cut of that 20% transaction tax that we have. That's how we fund the project.
So if we were to talk about, not by name, but there were some other coins that launched that were not exactly like this one, but were similar. And the launch went really well. And then while they had a marketing wallet, they didn't seem to use it. And the coin, it's not dead, but it's pretty close. So I would say marketing is huge, especially on a coin like this, because it needs transactions to survive. Buyers and sellers.
It's all about the volume.
Yeah.
And that's the way that we have it set up. It's laser focused on getting that volume. That's why we don't have there's no extra stuff here. So the NFTs that everybody's doing, we don't need to do NFTs. Who really cares about an NFT that's based on a savings account?
No one.
Nobody. Plenty of people do NFTs, and they do a much better job than we could ever possibly do. So let's let those specialists do their specialty. Same thing with debit cards.
I could see a point maybe way down the road, but at least for the next foreseeable future, you're right. It doesn't make any sense to try to pile in a bunch of stuff that is, half-assed initially.
Exactly. The same thing with the swap. We don't need the swap. We don't need the debit card. We don't need the wallet. Everybody's got this stuff already, and there's a lot of people out there that are doing, fantastic jobs at these particular niches that they are specializing in. And why do we want to waste money trying to build something that we can't do as good as those people can? It doesn't make any sense for the project. That money is better spent on marketing.
It also might be beneficial to partner maybe with one of the specialists in the future.
That is exactly the point of what I was getting ready to say. We will be able to come into a partnership with some of these people in the future. It depends on, obviously, the coin taking off and being a success as to whether other people will want us in their projects at all. But if we do it right, things go well, then yes, we'll simply get into these other things. There's several other projects out there that are doing really good stuff.
I could see an NFT of a piggy bank with the logo on the side, though.
And so stuff like that is it's not completely outside of the realm of possibility. One of the ideas I had been kind of tossing around in my head as far as marketing and stuff goes is to grab different NFT artists and pay them to do a one-off or a two-off ad for us and have it as like a featured artist.
Yeah, and that's, I think that's a lot better than
cool.
doing, some of these, and some of them it makes sense for, but some of these they try to do like a full NFT marketplace, and they're not equipped to do it. So, but having, just kind of one-off NFTs, if the project's popular and you just kind of want to keep the interest in the volume, absolutely makes sense at that point. But you're right, initially it doesn't make, from the start, you don't need to do any of that.
Oh yeah, exactly. And that it's like I said, there's so many other people out there that are doing these things so well. Why would we waste our time trying to compete with that?
I like
we have
the
a
idea
single
of partnering.
focus. Yeah,
I think that's smart.
Exactly.
Now the coin initially is going to start at a pricing of 1 BNB per 1,000. Is that correct?
Yes, and that will give you whatever the price of BNB is in dollars will be the price of the coin in cents. So if you have 550 BNB, it'll be 55 cents per coin.
So in order to get, so that makes sense. So whatever you have at the end of the pre-sale, total BNB from private plus pre would be the launch price.
Not exactly. So the way that this works is we tell DXSale what we want 1 BNB to be per coin, or sorry, how many coins we want per BNB. So 1,000 coins per BNB, and it will be the LP will be staked at that ratio.
Okay.
So if we, if there's a, we sell let's say it's 500 BNB, 51% of that is going to go to the LP, and it will be staked with an equal amount of equity coins to make it 1,000 coins per BNB.
Now, where would you say this project is on your roadmap? Where would you, what phase are we in currently? And we're recording this on December 19th, and this will probably be out a couple days before Christmas. So, where would you say where are we at, and what's our next target date for the project?
So our next target date is the end of the private sale, which is going to be January 1st, midnight, U.S. Eastern Standard Time. That's when we're cutting it off as the deadline, because we need that next week to be able to make sure everything is set up, get the marketing rolling, get the DX sale page up and running, get all the links out on all the websites, and just make sure everything is moving the way it should be moving. Project-wise, we are in the initial testing phases of the contract. The website and dashboard are in development. We're expecting those to be up and ready around Christmas.
That sounds good. And the DX sale, can you tell our audience a little bit about that if they're not familiar?
DX Sale is a launch platform that operates on several different blockchains, including Binance. You go to their website, you're able to see various different projects there, any of them that have gone through KYC and audits. All of that stuff is marked up. You can do your own research. There'll be, website links and social media links, all of the stuff that you need to research a project and see if you want to get involved in it. And there's a wallet connect button. You connect your wallet if you want to buy in, and you click buy.
So it
when
sounds
the pre-sale
similar
ends,
to Pink
you'll
Sale.
have to go back and push claim. So DX Sale they've been around longer than Pink Sale has, and Pink Sale basically just aped them. For various reasons that we really don't need to get into in a public format, we decided not to use Pink Sale, even though they are more popular right now.
Well, DXL really was the first, right? So it's tried
yes,
and
they
true.
were.
I know I'm a big
Exactly.
investor into Baby Doge. I know they use DXL to launch. So, I mean, it's been around for a long time.
DX Sale is far more agreeable. They cost less initially to get it set up. There's a lot of other stuff going on there that we just, like I said, we don't need to get into that publicly, but that's why we chose not to go with them.
And DX Sale was the one that launched SafeMoon, so there is that too.
Exactly.
And next kind of topic, and you're having your LP, your liquidity pool locked in that as well.
So we have the normal LP locks going on just like everyone else does. The LP is going to be locked initially for 3 months because we're expecting the PancakeSwap V3 changeover to happen anytime now, and we'd like to be able to move to that in a timely fashion for everybody. Once that's done, we'll continue locking the LP in the normal fashion, probably quarterly, just to be able to keep up with any changes that are going on. As I said before, our team and marketing funds are actually locked by the contract itself. They cannot buy, sell, or transfer tokens for 1 year at a minimum. And once that timer runs out, they must actually be manually unlocked by the team before that lock is removed. The marketing wallet itself is set up in a Gnosis multi-sig safe. So it requires a minimum of 3 or 4 team members to approve a transaction before anything can happen with that funds.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, has equity been audited, and who did the audit, if you don't?
Our audit is currently in progress at CoinScope, and they have also done our KYC.
Okay, and we will have a link in the show notes if you want to check that out as well, if you're interested in being an investor. Anything else about equity that you think the public needs to know? And obviously we'll have you all back on once launch occurs.
we really just have this one laser focus on being good at being a savings and P2P transfer method. We aren't doing anything silly. It's all reflections. The entire 20% tax is returned to everyone as reflections. Team and marketing is paid based on those reflections on that volume. We're going to spend all the marketing money on marketing, and it's going to be open and transparent. Anybody wants to see where that money's going, they can just ask, and we'll provide them receipts. That's kind of it. We're not doing it the way that other people do it. We're out in the open with all of it.
That's great. And like we mentioned at the beginning of the show, Lute and I are heavily invested in this, and we believe we've seen projects similar. They've been pretty successful, but they're so short-term successful. If you're in really early, these projects can be phenomenal. So if you're listening to this, I would definitely check it out. The key, and as you've iterated many times, the key is that the volume stays up. And
exactly, and that was the impetus behind building the team out the way that I built it. We have one team member who is very, very good with social media marketing, and we have another team member who is also extremely good at traditional marketing methods.
Yeah, this is exciting. I can't wait to see how this plays out. If you are listening to this, be sure to check it out. Do your own research, but I think this one has a chance to be a winner.
Yeah, it really what it comes down to really is just, I'm just going to say, I've seen projects like this that should be successful fail. And the number one reason was how the team would manage the project, and the fact that they basically just did not have a clue on how to do marketing. So
it has been a shocking experience over the last 4 or 5 months, seeing what I have seen and the projects that I have seen come up and go down, the failures, the ineptitude of developers that are out there. It's just insane.
It really is.
I mean, people who don't even know how to calculate their own market cap are trying to build coins.
Yeah, I see them fail all the time. I'm a very high risk investor. It's the only reason why I'm in the crypto space. I don't do anything else in my life that's anything like this in terms of risk and volatility. The only reason why I'm here is to make money. So I go extremely high risk, and we've been rugged more. We actually tried counting the other day, and we were like listing all the coins that we got rugged in, and it was this long, very long list. And it was just disgusting. So I will tell our listeners this one very important fact. We do not guarantee that this project will be successful, but we do guarantee that this will not be a rug pull. It might fail, but it won't get stolen.
So the company that we have done our KYC with will prosecute me and the other team member that has KYC'd in our countries of origin, the United States for myself and Germany for them.
That's awesome. Don't scam me or you're going to jail.
Exit, whatever. They will prosecute us. Yeah, and we did this on purpose. There's actually another company that I'm going to be KYCing with as well that is also going to press criminal charges against us in the United States and Germany should we scam.
So should give you a higher degree of fidelity because there is so many people that, I've been, like Lute was saying, we've just been rug pulled so many times. I'm in the last couple months. Has hurt a little more than it should have. And then there's some that they're not rug pulls. It's just with the market coming down a lot in the last couple weeks.
Or mismanagement.
Doing silly things like not advertising your project.
We've been through it all. We've been successful. Yeah. We've had projects that just got killed because the market just was it was just the wrong time to launch. But we've gotten out of all the successes and failures, the majority of the projects that we join are rugged. I would say are rugged. The majority of projects are rugged.
So, and that's one of the reasons that we have sat back and carefully chosen the dates that we have chosen for everything. Yeah, around Christmas time and New Year's, not really the greatest time to get people spending their money. So we're waiting, a few weeks after. The markets should change up. We have a new tax season coming in. There's a lot of stuff that we thought about. I mean, we even have 3 paydays available within the pre-sale time window, 2 Fridays and a 15th.
I like that you're thinking about that. It's strategic. It's not just, hey, build a website, do it now, launch today, do it, go. What are we doing?
Exactly.
We have no idea.
Exactly. There's no rush to this.
Because you want to get it right.
It needs to happen when... Exactly. There are certain timing factors involved with just about anything that you want to do business-wise. And we're trying to think of all of these things before they come up. We're looking at all of the mistakes that everybody else made, and we're going to sidestep around those mistakes. There's only one thing that you can't control. And I think you're doing a very good job controlling the things that you can. The only thing that you can't control is luck. And unfortunately, luck is a factor. Anybody that says it's not... No one can control the overall market.
Anybody that says that luck isn't involved just has no clue what they're talking about, because the stars have to align. You have to be in the right place at the right time, and the right things have to happen. And if they don't, even the best of projects are not going to make it.
Well, and that's true, but their marketing plan, I've worked in sales my whole life, and there's a lot of luck involved. But if you don't give yourself the opportunity to succeed in as many ways as possible, your odds of
absolutely
is much lower. So,
and it sounds like Team
definitely.
Equity is really doing everything possible to get it right.
And not only are the
we really are trying. We've made a lot of decisions about advertising and different things that at the end of the day, some people may see it as folly, but if you step back and look at it, we're not going to pay 5 times the price for a PooCoin ad because they think that we're shady just because we're a pre-sale. That's not happening. I would rather spend $30,000 on influencers than spend that same $30,000 on a day and a half worth of ads on PooCoin. Not exactly, but they do charge you the shady rate if you are a pre-sale, and it's also a much, much worse position for the ad as far as where it is. I can kind of
understand though,
it's
because
it's not
so
worth
many of these coins in their pre-sale are going to be rugged or be terrible. So
exactly. It makes sense from PooCoin's perspective, but from us also, it's a heck of a waste of money for not a whole lot of return.
Well, I mean, you could always revisit them.
There are better places to do that. I mean, we can pay DX Sale for advertising space on their platform and actually get right up in the front as soon as people,
Well, and I'm not even worried about the advertising early. It's the advertising once the hype has worn off. That's when.
That's really the problem that a lot of coins have, is they don't know how to do it, or they mismanage it, and they just at the end of the day, it comes down to they just don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, and every single one of these influencers that we're going to pay for the pre-sale marketing, all of the ads that we're going to be running for it, it's not just the single ad for the pre-sale. We're having multiple runs with all of these people, and it'll be for the pre-sale. If the pre-sale has trouble filling, there'll be one option, then there's another option for when it does fill, and then another option for when it launches. We've thought a lot about all of this.
And are you doing multiple influencers?
Oh yeah, it's a rather long list. We're planning on spending about $25,000 on the initial advertising runs.
That's a large chunk of change. So it sounds like you guys are really, really trying.
Yeah, we're doing everything we can. I mean, it's actually been shocking the level of support that we've received so far just through the private sale. We couldn't have done any of this without the community behind it. None of it at all.
That's awesome. Well, we really appreciate having you on. We'll definitely have you back or a different member of your team after launch, because we want to make sure this is a successful launch, successful project. And with that, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot for coming on, Dookie.
Thanks, Dookie.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Crypto Moon Hunters. If you like the show, consider becoming a Patreon and get special perks. Just go to patreon.com/cryptomoonhunters. You can also tip your host by donating to our wallets. Just see the address in the show notes. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave comments on whatever platform you listen to.